Hey guys, Dobby back at you. Another story from a car revival. In the early 2000s, a guy named Mitch in rural Ohio bought a '69 Chevelle SS 396 at auction for peanuts. The car had been sitting since '84 in a pole barn after its original owner, a local drag racer named Dale, wrapped it around a tree one Saturday night. Dale didn't make it. The car did, barely. Frame twisted, front end smashed, interior blood-stained and sun-rotted. Title was clean though, so Mitch figured he'd flip it after a frame-off revival. He hauled it to his home shop, stripped it down over months, new subframe, fresh quarters, rebuilt 396 with a mild cam. He kept the original dash and seats because patina sells. Cleaned the blood spots himself with peroxide and elbow grease. Said the stains came out eventually, but the smell lingered no matter what he sprayed. First weird thing happened when he fired the rebuilt motor for the first time. It caught on the second crank, idled smooth, then the tack needle pegged itself to a red line and stayed there for a solid 10 seconds, even after he killed the key. No power to the gauge cluster, just the needle stuck like someone was holding it down. He chalked it up to a bad sender. Weeks later, test fitting the interior, he finds something under the rear seat, a small brass key, old school with Dale scratched into the bow. Not on the title box anywhere. He pocketed it, figured it was sentimental. The real stuff started after dark. Mitch worked nights to avoid the heat. Around 1 a.m., tools would move. Not fall, move. A ratchet slides 6 inches across the bench by itself. Flashlight rolls uphill on the concrete floor. He installs a kill switch under the dash. Next night the car starts by itself, not cranks. Starts. Lights come on dim like the battery's half dead. Engine turns over slow, then catches. Radio, original AM unit he hadn't even wired yet, hisses static. Then a faint voice cuts through. Shift it, Dale, shift it now. Then silence. He pulls the battery cables. Car still runs for maybe 5 seconds before it dies. Battery disconnected. Mitch starts digging. Old newspaper clippings from '84. Dale was racing a buddy home from the strip. Lost it on a wet curve. Hit the tree head on. Coroner said he was alive for a couple minutes after impact, pinned, trying to crawl out the driver's window. Witnesses said he kept yelling, "Let me out, let me out," even as the fire started under the hood. Mitch decides to sell it quick, puts it on Craigslist as roller project, needs finishing. Guy shows up to look, walks around it twice, stops at the driver's door, stares at the dash, asks, "You ever hear it talk?" Mitch laughs it off. Buyer says, "My dad used to race this thing back in the day." Same number on the door, 13. He's always said Dale hated losing. Mitch hadn't mentioned the door number. Paint was stripped, no numbers visible. Buyer leaves without buying. That night the Chevelle starts again. Full throttle this time, revving to the limiter in neutral. Tires chirping on the shop floor like it's trying to launch. Exhaust changes mid-rev, goes deeper, angrier. Mitch runs in, kills the fuel pump relay. Car keeps running another 15 seconds on residual fuel pressure before it finally quits. He tows it to a buddy's place the next day to store it. Buddy calls 2 nights later. "Your car just rolled out of the bay by itself." Door is locked, no key in it. Hit the wall hard enough to dent the quarter. Nothing touched it. Mitch never went back for it. Buddies scrapped the body eventually, but kept the motor in trance just in case. Said he still hears that deep lope some nights when the shop's quiet, like it's idling just outside the door, waiting for someone to drop the clutch. Last anyone heard, the block ended up in another Chevelle. New owner swears the tack sticks at redline every time he starts it cold, and if you listen closely over the rumble, you can hear someone breathing hard, like they're still pinned against a tree, still waiting for the door to open. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you get something out of it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.